Did you know millions of drivers damage their cars with habits that feel completely normal? Most don't even realize they're making these mistakes. That quick move when rushing, it shortens your car's life fast. In this video, I'll reveal 17 things you should never do to your automatic car. Watch till the end because habit number 4 is a mistake almost every driver makes, and it can ruin your transmission in no time. Let's start with habit 17, shifting from reverse to drive while moving. Picture this. You're backing out of a spot, traffic's coming, and you panic, slamming it into drive while still rolling backward. Doing this forces the transmission to stop momentum and switch directions instantly. That violent clash between components was never meant to happen. Inside, clutches slam together, generating heat that can melt clutch material and contaminate transmission fluid with debris. Do it enough times and your transmission will slip and fail, costing $3,000, $8,000. Always stop fully before changing directions. Your transmission isn't a brake system. Now habit 16, driving with low gas. Running close to empty isn't just about getting stranded, it's harmful to your transmission. The fuel pump relies on gasoline for cooling and lubrication. Below a quarter tank, it overheats like a laptop running non-stop. Even worse, the pump starts sucking in dirt and debris settled at the bottom of your tank. This clogs filters, damages injectors, and disrupts fuel delivery, making your transmission work harder. Keep your tank above a quarter full to protect the pump, engine, and transmission for years of reliable service. And speaking of trust issues, here's a parking mistake that's costing drivers thousands. Habit 15, trusting park too much. Most drivers shift into park and walk away like it's secure. Inside your transmission, a small metal piece called the parking pawl locks into a notched gear to stop wheel movement. Here's the truth. When you release the brake after shifting into park, especially on an incline, you're dumping the car's full weight onto that tiny pawl. That loud clunk? It's your vehicle's weight slamming the pawl, wearing it down until one day the shifter gets stuck. The right way, stop fully, shift to neutral, set the parking brake, let the car settle, then shift to park. This puts weight on the brake, not the transmission. Habit 14, believing in lifetime transmission fluid. Manufacturers claim fluid never needs changing, but that's only under ideal conditions. Real driving, traffic, weather, towing breaks it down much sooner. After high mileage, old fluid causes delayed shifts, rough engagement, and erratic behavior. By then, changing it may even trigger new problems since worn clutches depend on dirty fluid. The reality, replace transmission fluid every 40,000, 80,000 miles or 3-5 years, no matter what the manual says. Nobody makes forever fluids. Habit 13, coasting in neutral. Many drivers think shifting into neutral downhill saves fuel. In reality, modern cars and drive use deceleration fuel cutoff, burning no gas while coasting. Shift to neutral, and the engine must idle, so you may waste fuel instead. Worse, you lose engine braking and compromise transmission lubrication, since fluid flow drops in neutral. Always stay in drive or a lower gear downhill to protect the transmission, save fuel, and maintain control. If you're still here, hit like, it really helps the channel. And don't miss habit 4, a common mistake that destroys transmissions. Habit 12, shifting to neutral at red lights. Many think neutral at lights gives the transmission a break. Wrong. Every shift from drive to neutral and back engages clutches unnecessarily, causing extra wear. Modern transmissions are built to stay in drive while stopped. It's like doing push-ups to rest. Pointless. Only shift to neutral for long waits like trains. Otherwise, stay in drive. Better for your transmission and safer since staying in gear keeps control and engine braking intact. Neutral removes that safety net and strains your brakes instead. Now, let's move on to a habit that makes your car work way too hard. Habit 11, sitting in drive too long. Most drivers don't think twice about sitting in drive at red lights, drive-thrus, or traffic jams with a foot on the brake. Seems harmless, but it quietly stresses your transmission. When stopped in drive, the engine keeps sending power through the torque converter. Since brakes hold the car, friction builds inside, generating heat, the #1 enemy of transmissions. Heat breaks down fluid, reduces lubrication, and wears clutches and seals faster, leading to costly failures. The fix: if you're stopped more than 20-30 seconds, shift into neutral or park. This relieves strain and stops heat buildup. Your brakes suffer too. Constantly holding pressure wears pads faster and creates heat that reduces efficiency. Habit 10, doing hard launches. Flooring the gas from a stop may feel thrilling, but it's one of the fastest ways to kill your transmission. Hard launches dump massive strain on the torque converter gears and drivetrain. The torque converter takes a sudden surge of power, overheating and wearing faster. Transmission fluid degrades, gears slip, and major failure can cost thousands. Drivetrain parts like the axle, driveshaft, and differential also aren't built for repeated jolts, risking breakage and expensive repairs. Even your tires wear faster from sudden acceleration. Take care. Automatic transmissions are built for longevity only if you treat them gently. Habit 9. Shifting without stopping. Many drivers, especially when rushing or doing quick turns, shift between drive and reverse without fully stopping. It may save seconds, but it dumps heavy strain on the transmission. When you shift while rolling, the transmission, not the brakes, absorbs momentum. Internal parts like clutches and bands take huge shock, creating heat and rapid wear. This leads to delayed engagement, jerky shifts, or total failure. The fix: always stop completely before switching gears. That brief pause lets the transmission disengage properly. From a safety standpoint, sudden shifts can even lock wheels, causing skids and loss of control, putting you and others at risk. Habit 8. Not warming up your transmission in cold weather. Engines don't need long warm-ups, but transmissions do. Many start the car in winter, wait 30 seconds, then drive off. The problem: overnight, transmission fluid thickens. Cold fluid flows poorly, giving weak lubrication and delayed shifts, like running a marathon in concrete boots. The solution: drive gently for a few minutes, keep RPMs low, and let fluid warm gradually. Cold starts also hurt fuel efficiency and emissions, since engines run a rich mix when cold. Push too hard, and you risk overheating or damaging parts like the head gasket. Next up, how a $10 part can cost you thousands. Habit 7. Not using your parking brake. Most people shift into park and walk away, relying on the parking pawl to hold the car's weight. It seems fine on flat ground, but on any incline, you're stressing transmission parts not designed for this job. Here's what many drivers miss. When you shift into park, a small metal piece, the parking pawl, locks the transmission. Skip the emergency brake, and all the weight rests on this tiny part. Over time, it can weaken or break, especially on hills. The emergency brake adds a vital safety layer. If the pawl fails or the car is bumped, it keeps the vehicle securely in place. Habit 6. Shifting into park before stopping. In a rush, you slam the car into park before fully stopping. That grinding sound? It's money leaving your wallet. Park uses a small metal pawl to lock the transmission and prevent rolling, but it's built to hold a stopped car, not stop a moving one. When you shift into park while moving, this tiny part is forced to stop thousands of pounds of metal, often chipping or breaking it. Repairing it means tearing down the transmission for a $10 part with hours of labor. Always come to a complete stop first. Otherwise, you risk breaking the pawl, making your car unable to stay locked in park. Worse, it could roll away or even cause skidding if the wheels lock suddenly, especially dangerous in traffic or on slippery roads. Habit 5. Spinning your wheels when stuck. Stuck in snow and flooring the gas pedal, that's transmission suicide. Spinning wheels generates extreme heat inside the transmission, melting internal components and breaking down fluid. I've seen transmissions destroyed because someone played snow rally driver. Overheated fluid leads to slipping clutch packs and costly repairs. Instead, stay calm. Use gentle rocking between reverse and drive. Clear snow around the tires, add mats or sand for traction, or ask for help. Patience saves transmissions. Aggression destroys them. Habit 4. Using both feet on pedals. Using your right foot for gas and left foot for brake might seem faster, but it's actually dangerous and damaging. Some drivers think it improves reaction time, but the real issue is accidentally pressing both pedals at once, and it happens more than you think. When you hit the gas while braking, the engine pushes forward while brakes hold it back, sending mixed signals to your car and putting extra stress on the transmission. This creates excessive heat in the torque converter, damaging fluid and wearing internal parts faster than a tire in a burnout contest. The fix is simple. Always use your right foot for both accelerator and brake, keeping your left foot resting. This prevents pedal overlap and protects your transmission. Using both feet also wears out brakes since they constantly fight the engine's power. Modern cars' computers can even get confused by simultaneous inputs, causing erratic shifting and added strain. Habit 3. Ignoring transmission fluid leaks. A small reddish puddle under your car might seem harmless, but even a minor leak can be the start of serious transmission trouble. Transmission fluid doesn't just lubricate, it cools the system and ensures smooth gear shifts. When levels drop, friction rises, wearing parts faster. Without enough fluid to carry away heat, the transmission overheats, burning clutches, warping parts, and breaking down the fluid itself. Low fluid also reduces hydraulic pressure, causing delayed shifts, hard shifts, or slipping gears. Most leaks come from worn seals or gaskets and are cheap to fix early but become expensive if ignored. Habit 2. Improperly rocking when stuck. When stuck in snow, mud, or sand, many drivers rapidly shift between drive and reverse, trying to free the car. But this puts huge stress on your transmission. Each quick shift forces clutches to engage under heavy load, creating extreme heat that breaks down fluid and overheats components. You might even smell it burning. This strain also wears clutch material and shocks the drivetrain, risking damage to axles and CV joints. Instead, clear the area around the tires, use mats or sand for traction, or ask for help. A calm approach saves your transmission from costly repairs. Habit 1. Ignoring minor warning signs. Many drivers dismiss faint burning smells, slight shifting delays, or odd noises as no big deal. But these small signs often signal growing transmission trouble. Automatic transmissions rarely fail suddenly. They give early warnings like delayed or harsh shifts. Here's the reality. Delays or slipping gears can mean low fluid or pressure issues. A burnt smell often points to overheated fluid losing its protective abilities. By the time major symptoms appear, internal damage is often severe. The smart move? Fix minor issues like a bad sensor, solenoid, or gasket early to avoid expensive repairs later.